Hey guys, today I will be reviewing the Ghost shaft from Wolf Athletics, which is a polycarbonate shaft, which is kind of like a plexiglass, plastic, I don't know, hybrid polycarbonate, whatever that is. It's used to make bulletproof glass and riot shields. They were kind enough to send me one, and it's cool. You guys have probably seen all the videos that people have done, and if you're interested in something like this, I'm sure you've already read about them, already watched the videos that other people have done. Things like indestructible. It's got a lot of flex to it. You know, I mean, it really flexes a lot. And I was thinking it would be too much. And I could see how if you were shooting, mid-90s, this might throw you off. This took about 5 shots to kind of dial in to figure out what it was doing and how it was releasing, but I instantly noticed an increase in my shot speed. And goalies can attest to this. When an LSM or a close defender goes on an adventure upfield and he shoots, that release point is strange, and there's obviously more flex in a pole. And it's hard for a goalie to track. You know, it's weird. Most of them go high to high. The shooters, the poles who have put in the work and have developed different release points and know how to shoot with a pole, they can mix it up. And those are the guys who give goalies trouble. If you're shooting 80 miles an hour and up with this shaft, that snap, that flex, I think it's going to throw goalies off, because it's a different release. And so that could be a good thing. You know, work this into your game and mess with some keepers. I was thinking that my little guy would not be able to flex it in a shot. I took some photos with him, and the photos didn't come out great. I'll put one here. And I don't know what he shoots, but there's a lot of flex in that shot. And you look at that. And one thing we noticed is that if he had his arms out and away, you know how you're supposed to, there wasn't as much flex. But when he pulled in tight and was able to just, not worry so much about form, but elbow in, here, which you're not supposed to do, then he got the most flex just from looking at the pictures. So that's why in this photo he's got the T-Rex arms going on. But it added, I see him shoot a lot, and it added 10 miles an hour to his shot easily. It looked like a different shot, which was pretty cool. Now, when he was shooting with good form, I wouldn't say it was 10, but 5, 6, it was faster. One thing I noticed, I did the thing where if a ball's on the ground, I just slap it with the scoop to pop it into the pocket. I can't do it with this, because I slap it and it flexes out. So that was weird. So I was doing, I had to do Indian pickups instead, which is fine. And that even is a little bit weird, just because there's so much flex. I used a self-tapping screw, thinking I would just muscle through it, and that was really difficult. This stuff is not joking around. So I would suggest drilling a little guide hole. One thing I think would be interesting with this, for the high school level attackman or midi, when you're doing a one-handed wrap check, and you're say you're a riding attackman and your pole's got it out here and you're over here, you one-handed wrap maybe from behind, and you might be able to bring it across body but still connect with stick, because it's going to wrap. And if you hit stick, refs are less likely to call it. Obviously, if you just hit body, you're going to draw a flag. But if you can use the flex around your opponent's body, which is going to sting, and then nail that stick on a wrap, that would be pretty cool. And I could see it happening. You've probably seen videos of people whacking these against poles, and they come around a lot. So you could easily sneak in a wrap check and make contact and get a takeaway check with this from a terrible angle. I don't recommend that, because you're probably going to end up in the penalty box. And I like this pairing together, this Epic Hawk and Wolf Athletics Ghost shaft, because they're both companies who are doing something different. I'm going to put a different head on this just to try this out differently, but I found that the extra whip with this high pocket, I found that the extra snap and flex with this didn't throw me off as much as I thought it would. I felt it, absolutely. But passing, catching, no problem. None whatsoever. A real hard pass, like if you're feeding the crease, you're going to notice because it didn't do anything negative to my accuracy, but it just gave it a snap. I mean, I was throwing hard passes to my little guy who can catch. He's got good stick skills. But he was like, "Whoa, Dad, I love these passes. You were just cranking them." And I really wasn't. I wasn't doing much different, but they were right in the box, and I said, "Wait, let's get on the crease. Let's do this." So I was just ripping feeds to him on the crease, and I loved the way it worked. The extra power, the snap from the shaft, obviously, but I think it also had a lot to do with this pairing, like the Hawk and this together with this pocket. It's cool. But anyway, so what's cool, what I love about this setup is that it's two companies who are forging a new path, and I think it's awesome. With these first two offerings from these companies, the first head from Epic, first shaft from Wolf Athletics, with just an incredibly different material that no one's even thought about, good things are coming. And the more people do things differently and try and experiment with different materials, it's going to elevate our game. A lot of fanboys in lacrosse, they get it in their head that this brand is all there is. And a perfect example of fanboys, STX just kind of unveiled their new Stallion helmet on Instagram. Well, they probably did it elsewhere, but I saw it on Instagram. And just instantly, people are like, "Oh, ugly. Oh, I hate it. Oh, no. Why bother?" Just all this negative crap. When Easton came out with their Raptor helmet, people were just so angry about it. And the truth is, you guys who are younger and so devoted to a brand, eventually you'll figure out that the more of anything in a market, on the market, is good. Is good for the sport. It's good for competition. If STX comes out with a new helmet that competes with Cascade, now Cascade's a great company and they do things very well. But if there's some real competition, they're going to have to do it even better. And so that's wonderful. So that bums me out when I see a company come out with something new and people just jump all over it solely for being different. The STX Stallion helmet, it's not that different. It looks like a lacrosse helmet. It looks like a nice lacrosse helmet. I think it's going to be awesome. And if you want your sport to stagnate, if you want the equipment in your sport to stagnate, then discourage innovation, discourage competition. But nobody wants that. We want our stuff to get cooler. We want our companies to innovate. We want progression. So everyone, and if you think it's ugly, fine. But if you read through some of the comments on that STX Stallion helmet, it's a little embarrassing. These guys have never held the helmet. They've never seen it, and they hate it. I don't think it's the same with this or this. So anyway, $85, I believe. It'll take a little fine-tuning. It'll take a little figuring out. It's definitely fun. It's definitely a fun shaft. I'm fully on board. I can't wait to see what they offer next. I'm looking forward to seeing people work their game around this shaft, develop their game to this shaft, because I think they can do some amazing things with it. Like I said, the wrap checks or the outside crank shots that are just going to blister. Here's me and my kid shooting a little bit. In the video, it's hard to see the flex. I tried to do slow motion a little bit. For some reason, I was hitting a lot of pipes. So was my little guy. If you watch this video, there's 3 or 4 pipe shots, but when we started, we had the camera set up really poorly, and we were actually not in frame. but there were like 5 or 6 more pipe shots. And I think that was the learning curve. That's when we were figuring out how to do it. As soon as we corrected and we're not hitting the skinny orange goalie, we were putting it dead center, center mass. So we fine-tuned it from there, and we were able to start hitting some corners and some top shelf stuff. But it took a little bit of figuring out. But once we got there, I mean, it's fun. Wolf Athletics Ghost Shaft, I definitely recommend checking this out. If you buy one, you don't like it, I guarantee someone's going to buy it, right? You'll be able to flip it for what you paid for it, I guarantee, unless you beat it all up. But then again, it's hard to beat them up. Thanks for watching, guys. So check it out, wolfathletics.com. The link will be below in the description. And if nothing else, throw companies like Epic, Wolf Athletics, guys who are doing different things, try experimenting, throw them your business, because we need, as a community, we need to encourage that to ensure the growth of our sport, equipment-wise, and create that competition and outside thinking that will help in the long run. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you want to see more, click the video that's playing in the upper right of this screen. Click subscribe, click like. Go check me out on Instagram, RedStarLax, and be excellent to each other.